Hello, hello, hi, good morning. I hope you guys are having a really good day today. And before I go ahead, I want you to take a look at these words, and as I introduce myself, try to make as much sense as you can of it. So, hi, I'm Ashi. I just recently turned 21. I'm a CEO and entrepreneur, TED speaker, startup founder, and also a disappointment because my mom's here, because I wasn't an engineer. That seems to be a common topic today, or a doctor for that matter. So, well, let's focus back onto the words. Colorless, green ideas, sleep furiously. To some of you here, this would have made so much sense. And, well, if that's you, please meet me after, because these words have absolutely no meaning, and they're just a bunch of random words put together. It is just one of the first grammatically correct sentences that have absolutely no meaning. It was written to prove that grammar is not the foundation of the English language. So, you take this concept and you put it into practical use, and well, you get high school. So, well, you take your academics, you take your extracurriculars, your social life, having fun at the same time, making meaningful friendships. You have to live, breathe, exist, and also find your purpose, and you have to do all of this at the same time. You take them all separately, and they make sense, but then you try to put them together, and they have absolutely no meaning, and it just doesn't make sense anymore. Well, so is it possible? Is it possible to make sense of it all? Is it possible to have it all? And is it possible that this, at the present, seemingly one of the hardest problems or situations that's happening to us right now, is possibly one of the completely non-significant things for the rest of our lives? Well, so that, if you see, is a very low-budget picture of my first startup. Thank God, now it's off the wall. And this picture was actually taken 3 years ago, the night before my math A-level exams. Paper 4, might I add. And this is the exam that I'm supposed to be studying for so that I can become the engineer that my parents thought that I could be. And this is also the day after I found out that if I were to get my driver's license, that I'm gonna have to earn it myself. This is not going well for me, and this puts my 18-year-old brain into my, well, colorless green ideas moment. Can I have it all? Well, I stay up all night, I brainstorm, I'm sticking sticky notes completely through my wall, trying to figure out, well, what can I do? And somehow, now it's the next morning, I'm in school, sitting in front of my friends who are very prepared for this math exam, knowing absolutely what they want to do with their lives, and there's me, with just bloodshot red eyes, looking insane because I haven't slept. And well, my reason? Because I have an idea that is going to change the world. That was one of the most stupidest ideas I have ever had. Anyways, so now I go into this exam with the very little knowledge that I have, that I've consumed the night before, and God bless my optimism, because I honestly have no idea what I wrote, but I wrote whatever I felt like, and just hopes that one day, far, far away, that I become that engineer that I want to be. So anyways, let's fast forward. Wait, that's not the one. All right, so, well, 3 months later, it's the day I have realized that this is my passion, this is what I want to do, I love doing this, and I don't mind doing this every single day. But, well, not all good things can last forever. It is the day of my results, and I really hope that the grades are okay-ish so that I don't have to blame the entire education system, the CIE boards, GEMS, I'm kidding, and whatever else that I can blame, because it's not my fault if I don't get the grades. Anyways, I log into the portal, I open up the page, and next to the words math is the letter A. Now I'm confused. This doesn't make sense. So this is my entire engineering degree, my future flashing in front of me, my parents proud. This is all. This never happened. This is what I wish that happened. But the letter next to the words were far beyond an A, My engineering future is not secured. I essentially, according to the page now that tells me in front of me, I don't have a future. So, well, what do I do? And, well, what's the point? And, well, what's my point? So, this is not a super sad story of a dream that I had that didn't happen, or things that I wanted to do, or for you to learn from my mistakes. But it's hopefully something that I want you to remember and maybe think about in a while. So here goes. It's okay. It is okay not to have it all. And it's okay that you don't beat yourself about it because, well, not everyone can have it all. And it's to remember that everything that is meant for you, absolutely nothing can take that away. No one, no situation, well, that just isn't possible. So dream what you want to dream. What is your goals? What do you want to do in life? Make those decisions and, well, go for it. And when you do, all of these little things, all the separate ones, start making sense when you put them together. So, well, what do you do now? Everyone here, all of you have a purpose, and you know that that's true, and maybe you haven't found it yet. Maybe, you're on that journey of finding it. But what I want to leave with you today is one day, probably 10 years later, on a random Tuesday night, when you're sitting down and maybe you have everything you've ever wanted. Or you know what? You're still going for it because, well, you're not going to give up. Remember that consistency can beat talent any day. And this is one thing that I always tell my team, that keep doing the right things and let the right things come to you. That's Ashi 2020 trademark, and I take every opportunity that I can to say this. But, well, I'm going to leave you with one last thing, and that is, don't let your colorless green ideas sleep furiously. And I will see you guys soon. Thank you.